Alright, now that my color wheel's made, I'm going to head on I'm going to try to make my hues. So mixing black with all of these colors and see what it makes me. You might find some good browns in there when you do that. And so I'm going to try to pull those in towards the middle. And so I'm doing the blacks next because it's already there. My water's pretty dirty. I'm too lazy to get up and change it. So I'm going to do my blacks first. So in the very middle, my goal is we're going to have some black right in the middle. And so all my colors are going to be mixed to that black. So this is fairly simple. All you're doing is taking the colors you have, like your magenta. I'm going to stick my magenta in here. And then blend it with some black. Not a lot, just a touch. So start to blend it towards the middle. Alright, so now I know what happens. It makes a nice dark ruby wine color. Yeah, like a, and then from my cyan, I'm gonna pull that one down. Here's my cyan. That's not my cyan. That's my blue. Oops. Make a mistake. That's all right. You guys can see me make mistakes. Help you not make the mistake like I did. So my cyan is actually here. This is gonna be my blue. So I'm gonna try to remake that blue and stick it in that hole in a second. But I know my cyan is gonna have to mix with the black, so I'm gonna get a little bit of black. Mix it with cyan and see what happens. What happens when you mix cyan and black? Just makes a nice duller color. Okay. Let's see. So this cyan, I'm gonna try to turn it into blue. I totally made a mistake. So I'm gonna take a little bit of magenta, drop it in, just a touch. See if I can remake that blue. It's more of like a wine color still. Need some more cyan in there to get more bluish. Let's keep on mixing until we make our blue again. Yeah, kind of. It's getting there. That magenta is really coming out. But yeah, there's a blue in there. There's my blue. I want to mix it with a little bit of black. I use my fingers a lot. But yeah, it just makes a nice dark blue in there. From there, if you just want to blend it in, you can take your brush, blend from one side, clean it up pretty good. And we're going to try to blend from one side to the other. Let them seep into each other and see what kind of colors you get. Making this my kind of mostly cyan, mostly magenta. And mixing some black into it. So it makes, really you're just trying to see what colors you can make by mixing just a darker color with it. Alright, now from the cyan plus a little bit of, there's some more cyan in there. But then a little tiny bit of magenta in there since that's what it was on the top. Not a lot. And a tiny bit of black. See what kind of colors you get. Black is a very strong color, so when you're mixing black, you don't want to mix a lot. It's your murky, it's kind of just a murky dark blue. It's very similar to the other, but you can later on when this dries, you can kind of see what colors you have made and know how to make them. Alright, now the interesting part is going to be making your browns. On the other side, you're going to find some brown colors that are very useful to use when you're making trees or any things in nature. So I'm going to start with yellow, bright yellow, and pull in some black, just a touch. I'm even cleaning off my brush. When I get my black, I clean off my brush a little bit just so I don't use, because it's such a strong color with such a weak color. You can see just a teeny bit of black really gives you a lot of change. And that's kind of what I want, just like that. You're going to find that your yellows and warm colors in the color wheel are going to make more, you'll be able to see much more of a difference between each one. Whereas the darker colors are harder to tell the difference when you add black. Alright, now I'm going to pull my orange. I have a nice orange here already. Or it's kind of, so orange. I'm going to push into the other ones a little bit just so that for later. Okay, so my orange, I'm going to pick, like I said, just a touch of black, and then wipe even some of the black off before you even combine it because it's such a strong color. And I'm going to mix it on there. You're going to find they make some good browns. All right, and if I want to combine them in the middle with my finger, that's perfectly fine. All right, and I'm going to try to find my red again. I lost my red. I'm going to add a little more. Oh no, there's my red. Yeah, I have my red right here. Fill the rest. I kind of just want to see what happens. I'm going to even just pick up the stuff on the top because I don't want to I've been taking too much. And I'm going to use my finger even and just combine it. All right, so those are your browns. If you had thicker, I made you guys use really thin stuff for the mixing, but if you had thicker stuff, it's going to look much more a bright brown. Next, if you want to come in later and just pull up that black that you already have in the middle and show it value going from dark, dark, dark to light, 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 you can do that. All right, now I'm going to try mixing my green with the black. So where did my green go? Did I lose it? I'll just make a new one. Make a new green. I love those greens. Okay, green, and then a little bit more cyan in one of them to make it magenta, or make a greenish cyan. I think I'm out of cyan. Better throw some more in the box. There we go. All right. There we go. It's a little better. Yeah. So that's the appropriate colors, but I'm going to deepen them up with some dark, dark, dark color. And so I'm going to touch a little bit of the black again, not a lot. I might just pick up from the edge because black is such a strong color. You don't want to add very much. Oh, just a touch, wipe it off, let it sit in there and see kind of what colors you get. All right, and so it just gives you kind of a more forest green, but it still has kind of a brightness that the original primaries don't even have. All right, good enough. So you can kind of see that your yellows and reds turn into a sort of brown. Your greens just make a forest green, and these all colors make a wine kind of colors, or like darkish sky kind of colors. A nice little deep blues. All right, next step is going to be your tints with white.